US President Donald Trump announced a ceasefire in his Truth social media account. It was a surprise. It was a big surprise. It seems now, after 12 days of conflict, very hard conflict between the two parties, Israelis and Iranians, now is the time that everyone goes home and declares some kind of victory. Israelis could say that we eliminated a significant number of high-ranking Iranians military figures, and we hit some of Iranian sensitive sites as well. And Americans could say that we already showed our support to Israel, but at the same time, we did not get engaged in a war, in a long-term war that Donald Trump was camping against it all the time before the elections.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the three key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace.
And at the same time, Iranians could say that we showed resistance and we flexed our muscles against Israel, and we hit several Israeli cities. We caused significant damage. We caused damage to the Iron Dome. So there is some kind of relatively victory for everyone. Now the question is, what's next? It doesn't seem that we are at the end of this conflict. For sure, both sides will show some kind of preparation for the future. It seems that the map of the region is changing rapidly. Iranians, after these 12 days, would highly consider going toward a nuclear military program, because they saw clearly before their eyes that there is no way to set deterrence, to have deterrence against their enemies without nuclear bomb. They see it clearly, and they talked about it several times during the last few months. And there is rising demands inside the country. They see that the only reason North Korea is not attacked because North Korea has nuclear bomb.
اگر اسرائیل جسارت بکنه و بخواد ایران رو تهدید هسته‌ای بکنه، ما ممکنه که در دکترین هسته‌ایمون تجدید نظر.
In the field of nuclear bomb, it seems that Iranians will accelerate their mission toward some kind of military nuclear program. At the same time, they won't show any kind of tolerance about their civil program and their right for enrichment in any potential upcoming negotiations with the US or with other international parties. At the same time, as Iranians witness significant weakness in their defense system, it seems to me that they will get very closer to China and Russia, and they will make a significant and strong bond and ties with them. In the past, they had some kind of hesitation. Should they get the Chinese or Russian defense system or not? Would that interfere in the country's politics or not? What implication that will have on Iran's relations with the world in general and with the West in particular? But it seems that with all lack of support from the West during these 12 days of war, Iranians will go more strongly and with all passion toward purchasing a defense system from Chinese, most likely. But the question is that would Chinese really sell them at this moment or not? And what is the price for it? Of course, the price would be very high because Chinese would know now that Iranians are in dire need for purchasing this system from them.
Iran, often considered a major power in the Middle East, had its defense lines torn apart within just 4 hours. Its air defense system failed to respond as smoke billowed from nuclear facilities, and its command center were instantly disabled. On June 14, Inti, a popular account on X, posted about the situation, stating, "Iran was caught off guard by Israel. When the air strike hit, the radar stayed silent and the missiles didn't launch. Upon investigation, it was revealed that the anti-air command system used was one developed by China's corrupt military research.
So at the end, it's good now we have a ceasefire, and hopefully it will continue. But it doesn't seem that it will be it will last long unless if both parties get able to restore their deterrence against each other. We know from the history and we know from war studies the only way to create sustainable peace is to set deterrence. If I don't fear you, I will most likely attack you again. So the only way to have a peace in the region is that Iranians and Israelis get able to set strong deterrence against each other, or one party announce a total defeat, which is not the case at the moment.